do it wide. What's the word for today? Radiographs. Anomalies, radiographs. Because all of these assisted concepts were designed to adjust bones out of place, found on radiographs. Although that is not a very valid way to define subluxation. Actually, at some point you're going to have to come in here and join the group. Still perplexed about the extension. All right, here we go. So how high am I going to flex this hip? And open up
Less than. Wait, what's the extension?
We're starting at the top. I'm going to do 2 rotations, and then I'm going to do the extension.
Until you feel it gap.
Till it just starts to gap. It's medium gap or it's fully gapped.
Medium gap.
Fully.
Some say fully, some say medium. Do I have any slightly gaps in here?
No,
No,
not really.
Nobody knows.
Which one is it?
Nobody knows. But I would say go for when unsure, go for medium. If you go to the restaurant and they say it's hot and spicy, do you want that? You say no, I want medium.
Yes.
Just go with medium. But sometimes if it's a Korean restaurant, you go mild. You're in for a hurt if you don't. All right. So or if you go to an Indian restaurant and they say it's vindaloo, say I don't even want that. Don't take vindaloo. All right. Or Paul. It's even worse than that. It's Paul. I don't even know how to spell that. All right. So I'm on the L. Top bone 3. So here's 4. Here's 3. So I'm going to slide over and slide up. I've already palpated his spine. This is right about there. What's my lower body doing? A drop or a lunge? A nudge? Drop. So it's a full thigh to thigh. So I'm going to compress them. I'm going to roll them. I'm going to drag, twist, and set. See how this foot is off the ground? So I'm leaning on him. And it's going to be a 20-20-60. A little from the lower, a little from the upper, and then a big impulse. 20-20-60. Okay. If we're doing the resisted version, what do I got to do?
Turn them over.
Turn them over. What's my segmental contact point?
L4 and
L4. So this one, I would say, with your pre-positioning for assisted, it's a little. It's a little pre-positioning because if you do a lot, you're going in the wrong direction. So it's a little pre-positioning. It's a little tissue pull, a little pre-adjustive tension, a little from the lower, a little from the upper, and a big thrust. Where with resisted, it's a lot of pre-positioning. It's a balanced thrust. So there's more action from the lower and the upper and the thrust itself. Okay, so we're doing 3-4, so I'm going to find his L3. I'm going to slide down to L4, S to I, tissue pull. I'm going to traction up and over. And here's the progressive tension for this. As I flex his hip to take him all the way up, I now pull down on the segment. There's a little cavitation there, and another one. We ignore that. So in slow motion, what I did was I did a little lunge, a little nudge here, upper body, and then I popped at the end, in that order. Lunge, drop, pop, in that order. Third.
Was that it? Back there?
It was. It might not have looked that way, but if I started with a big SI tissue pull, and when I started to come up this way, my final thrust was that way. Right? And if you do this well, you will hear pop, 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 right up the spine, and it will be above the point of contact almost always. Okay? So this is a great adjustment for cassette gap, for cassette syndromes, for cassette capsule restrictions. All right, let's do extension next. So let me have a different patient. RNA lumbar spine. So who wants to go? Brad? All right, so okay, let's have you. So in that particular problem, a left side L5S1, and I'm not going to thrust because what we don't want to do is load people into extension and then thrust into deep extension. So set them up, get the patient to get loaded into extension. Go through the impulse action, but the thrust is going to be really light, real quick, but really light. Not a lot of amplitude. So left side up. Okay. So I'm going to set them up for an extension adjustment. Okay? So how high does the hip get flexed?
Pretty high, about 90.
Well, I want him to get into extension, right? I want his lumbar spine to sag into extension. So I want to minimize the flexion. Because as soon as I get him up to 90, his hammies get tight, his pelvis starts to posteriorly rotate, his lumbar spine starts to flex. Well, I don't want that. I want this. So I want, yeah, so I'm going to put him at 70. 70, 90, 110. So I'm going for 70. And it's an L5S1, so what's my segmental contact point? It's the
S1.
S1 superior articular facet, so I'll find the L5 spinous, I'll go over and down a little bit, and I'm gonna just sort of glide in. I like an I to S tissue pull, it doesn't matter, either I to S or S to I, but I like I to S on this. I'm gonna roll him forward a little bit. I'm gonna do a full thigh to thigh, and I'm gonna get this foot off the ground so I can, and then I gotta have him lean back for me. So now he's loaded in extension, and then it's just a little impulse into extension. So PA into extension. Try